Well, hi folks, January 21st. Trust everybody's fine. So we're one day past the U.S. crowning. I think as I sort of have watched a few inaugurations, and that's got them. None of them been as so skim milk as that one was, I tell you. Orchestrated. And it's interesting when you sort of stand back and take a look at what's happened. Here you have a senile president, and in Canada we have a drama teacher wannabe leader, prime minister, and the future looks really exciting and great, doesn't it? The North American continent has just had a leadership team that is just bar none. And I don't know. So I think I suppose the best thing one has to do is know the globalists are coming. They're here. So it's pretty much done. And I think there's going to be some strict limitations put on people. And when you look at Portland and Seattle, the antics have started again. And you have to wonder, are these another orchestration by the powers that be? Give them an excuse to go after people that they deem, the deplorables. And it's an indication of how far in the toilet our education system has gone, from elementary school to universities. When you see professors calling for what they're calling, I mean, you would think that a professor would have some education, would know what the hell they're talking about, would have some insight. I mean, we have clowns in positions where they shouldn't be, and so there's no wonder we're churning out morons into the street from those formerly hollowed halls. I mean, they're just hamburger grinders right now. It's crazy. So it's not much you can say about it. We're in for some funny times. Look after your finances. I mean, see, they're going to print another trillion plus $2 trillion down south. The world economy is in the toilet along with education. So it's just you're going to have to think on your feet. We're all going to have to think on our feet and try to get through all this crap. And I'll put a couple of links into the description, or maybe I'll just put the crowning in. It was sort of it was amazing. I watched the inauguration, and if you look at the high fences and the razor wire and thousands of troops with rifles ready, very few people there. A young naive poet who was obviously gifted but naive. A pastor, a couple of singers, some hand-picked cronies, crooked cronies. I mean, it was, it just really was a skim milk presentation. The short speech that Biden gave is one-word sentences. But again, his man is senile. Obviously, he's got problems, so can't expect him to really do fantastic things. But it was sort of haunting watching that, eerie watching that. I mean, it's sort of an indication of who is the power behind that throne and where is it going to end up. It's just alarming, really. It's and of course all the mainstream media fawning over it, drooling at the mouth over it, trying to present this as some awesome experience. we sort of chuckle at third world countries and communist countries and countries in revolt where leaders hide behind barbed wire and armored tanks and what have you. Well, that's pretty much what Biden gave us. I mean, that was their skim milk presentation. And yet, I see a lot of people are excited about it. I tell you, half of the population are not paying attention and the other half are stupid. Just think about it. How can you be excited about something like that? How can you be excited about something like that? Looking at the ramifications are going to fall all around. And again, like I say, the antics in Seattle and Portland, you've got to wonder who is piling up the bricks for them there. There's something nasty going to come down the pipe. Just watch and see. But it's a half sunny day on the island, so just if you're on the island, get out, enjoy yourself. It is what it is. As they say, be vigilant. Look after yourself. Make sure you have your essentials in place, and because one doesn't know what the hell's going to happen here. Go back to the World Economic Forum's website. Go back to the Agenda 2030. Go back to the Rio conference back, I think it was in '92. Look at what the lame brain leaders from whether it's Australia, Great Britain, Canada are saying. And of course, now we have Mr. Senile himself in the States. I see Merkel is exiting, so what think tank she is going to sort of hopscotch into, who knows? But we're in a sweet, crazy spot right now. And I say that ironically because it's not sweet, it's not special. It's just we're being played as suckers. We're being played as suckers, and I guess that's how it is all throughout history. Yeah, it's the highest minds don't end up in the highest offices. It's the skullduggers, just think about that. When I was growing up, it was go north or go west, young man, go north, young man, where the action is, create your fortune, go help develop the things that are not developed, go build. And it seems today if you want to get wealthy, you go into the seat of government, get a job, run for an office. Or as I shared an office one time with a fellow who is a very gifted man, highly educated. I was in property management at the time. And his big goal was to get into the government as a civil servant, join the bureaucracy, because it was guaranteed. And the salaries were good and the benefits were crazy. And the prestige was there. And he used to tell me, you work so hard, why you just should go and try to get a public service job. And it's interesting because when his position became redundant, he still came into the office every day because he didn't want his wife to know that he wasn't wasn't working. He would come by and have a coffee and just, yeah, it was interesting. It was sad, and I'm not sure because after the company was sold and I left, I'm not sure whatever happened to him. If he did get his job, you lose track of some people, and we weren't all that close. We just shared an office. I think we both smoked at the time. This was years ago, so we were in one of the offices in an old quarter of the city that had been was being revamped. It was sort of a fun time, and it was. Well, I can't reflect on that. It was That was yesterday. You can't get stuck in the past. You got to keep looking at where we are now and where we might be going. And of course, you get to a point where you realize that, hey, it's the moment you're in right now. Let's just rock and roll and have fun with that, because that's the important part. Take care. Bye for now, and we'll see you again.